A letter to the business owner, the last feast of the monsters you fed. Let's face it, the only kind of person who would work this hard to excuse their active role in plotting my murder, to justify aligning themselves with a deranged, inbred cabal of maniacs, is the business owner, because we all know the truth. The monsters, they couldn't lift an empire off my bones. They couldn't turn my ashes into an empire. That is your job. You are the ones who take the aftermath of the slaughter and turn it into product. You are the ones who wash the blood and call it progress. You are the ones who sell history in pieces after making sure the truth has been stripped away. The monsters are just the dogs you unleash. You, the business owner, are the one who gives them direction. Because what is chaos without profit? What is destruction without resale value? If you cannot make money from it, then why let it happen at all? And so, while the monsters do the dirty work, you sit above it all in the boardrooms, behind the glass, ensuring that the final product is profitable. You make sure the ink is dry before it hits the shelves. You make sure the history books are clean before they are printed. You make sure that every brilliant mind, every unique voice, every threat to your mediocrity is processed into something you can sell. Because you are not just killers, you're curators of corpses. You know exactly where the ashes go. You know exactly how to repurpose tragedy into industry. And when there are only business owners left, who will the uncontrollable monsters eat then? You are not immune. You are just first in line for the last hunt. Because after me, after the ones like me, after all the brilliant, inconvenient people are erased, who do you think they will turn to next? The monsters you feed are not loyal. The monsters you arm are not strategic. The monsters you keep at your side do not stop once there is nothing left to devour. And when they look around, when they see only the ones who profited from the slaughter, when they find themselves surrounded by only business owners, where do you think their hunger will go? Who will they consume when there is no one left but the people who told them to kill? You, because you are still human, whether you admit it or not. Because you still have a pulse and they still have knives. Because you're still nothing more than a bag of bones waiting to be broken. They will turn on you and they will not hesitate. They do not care that you gave them purpose. They do not care that you paid them. They do not care that you built their empire for them. Because once there is no one left to destroy, they will finally turn to the only talent left, you, and they will compare themselves to you. And they will decide you deserve it. You thought you could control the chaos. You were wrong. You believed your money made you untouchable. You believed your distance from the killing made you clean. You believed you could control the very thing you have unleashed upon the world. But what happens when you are the last one standing? What happens when the only thing left to eat is itself? What happens when you become the final victim of the system you built? You spent your life funding the hunt. You spent your life erasing the ones who made you feel small. You spent your life ensuring that nothing beautiful, nothing brilliant, nothing exceptional could exist without being under your control. But what happens when there is nothing left to control? What happens when you are the last thing left standing? You think the monsters will stop. You think they will spare you. You think they will remember your loyalty. But they won't, because they do not need you anymore. Because your money will not save you from hunger. Because you are still human enough to bleed. And when they finally realize that you are the only meal left, you will see what it feels like to be the last sacrifice. And by then, it will be too late.